Welcome to JVC's forming department. We've got two Amada 130-ton CNC brake presses. The first having been purchased between 12 and 13 years ago, and with the expansion of the company, a second was added. It gives us the flexibility to run two sets of production parts at the same time, or for particular orders, you do part of the forming on one press and transition straight to the second press to clear the work center quicker. The beauty of the CNC brake presses is that once you've created the first program, it can be called up at any time, matched up with the same tooling as the last run, and the setup time is basically a one-time deal for when our operators do the first run. They'll set it up to the parameters that are required on the print, and after that it's just a push of the button, load up with the tooling, and go right back to hitting it next time the production run comes around. The Amadas are a full-range CNC brake press. The maximum tonnage is 130. It can be distributed over a 12-foot bed, but that length of bend has to be adjusted for the thickness of the material. The thicker the material, the shorter the length that we could bend in a single hit. And that tonnage has to be worked out prior to setting it to the floor. The bend tolerance capable on the press is dependent on the bend that the customer is after and how the material is processed prior to getting to the forming department. For a production run, with the correct laser cut and grain direction accounted for, we can usually target a plus or minus 1 degree accuracy and plus or minus 30 thou leg or positional tolerance for the bend itself. A wide variety of tooling is required for the type of material and the thickness of the material more specifically. The thinner the material, the smaller the V bottom. When you have a thicker part, it needs a wider V bottom and a heavier top to be able to attain that bend. So that's why the tooling has to match the material that you're bending. One of the best things at JVC is, with our experience in laser cut and forming, we typically add tabbing or features to our parts so that they go together without the requirement of too much jigging or no jig whatsoever if it gets to the welding process. That's one of the benefits that JVC can offer. The biggest benefits to our forming department aren't the machinery, but the talented tradesmen that run them. If it wasn't for the experience and the tenacity of our operators, we wouldn't be able to bend half the stuff that we get asked to make. There's probably a combined 40 to 50 years experience in our forming department, and it shows in the quality of parts that we mend.